What if I told you that there's a way to walk through life untouched by pain, unshaken by betrayal, and unbroken by failure? What if I told you that the secret to true freedom lies not in changing the world around you, but in mastering the world within you? You are capable of becoming a fortress, impenetrable and unyielding, no matter the chaos surrounding you. This is not fantasy. This is the philosophy of Stoicism, a way of life that has endured for centuries, forged by emperors, slaves, and warriors alike. The world is brutal. People will hurt you, life will test you, and the weight of existence will at times feel unbearable. But here is the truth that the Stoics knew. The external world holds no power over you unless you allow it to. Pain is not your master. Fear is not your destiny. Weakness is not your inheritance. If you can learn to act as if nothing hurts you, you will discover the invincible strength that lies dormant within you. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will not be the same person you are now. And if you think this is just another motivational speech, you're wrong. This is about you becoming unshakable. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe so you never miss the tools you need to transform your life. Let's begin. Pain is not the enemy. Your mind is. Imagine standing at the edge of a battlefield, surrounded by chaos. Arrows fly, the ground shakes with the clash of swords, and fear grips the hearts of everyone around you. But there you are, calm, unyielding, untouched. The battle is not outside you, it's within. The enemy isn't the chaos, the betrayal, or the failure. It's your own uncontrolled mind. This is the first truth you must embrace to live as if nothing hurts you. Pain is not the enemy. Your unchecked reaction to pain is. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher born into slavery, delivered a timeless insight. Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views they take of them. Think about this. An insult only hurts if you accept it. A failure only stings if you allow it to define you. The events of the external world have no inherent power over your peace of mind. The power lies solely within your interpretation of those events. This is where most people falter. They give their minds away to circumstances, letting external forces dictate their inner state. But a true Stoic takes back that power, reclaiming control over their thoughts and emotions. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you truly examined your pain? Not avoided it, not masked it with distractions, but stared directly into it and asked, why does this hurt? More often than not, the answer isn't the event itself. It's the story you've attached to it. Someone disrespects you, and you tell yourself, I must not be worthy of respect. Life hands you a setback, and you decide, I'm not good enough. These stories are the chains that bind you to suffering. But here's the secret. You can rewrite them. To act as if nothing hurts you is not about becoming numb or ignoring reality. It's about changing your relationship with pain. Picture your mind as a stage. When adversity walks onto that stage, you have two choices. You can let it take the lead role, or you can observe it from the audience. The Stoics practiced this form of detachment daily. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, wrote in his private journal, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This wasn't just theory for him, it was survival. Imagine ruling an empire constantly on the brink of war, betrayal, and collapse. Marcus knew he couldn't control the chaos around him, but he could control how he responded to it. And so can you. But here's the hard truth. Building this level of self-mastery takes effort. The Stoics didn't wait for adversity to test them. They prepared for it. They practiced something called premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. They would vividly imagine the worst that could happen, loss, betrayal, failure, and mentally rehearse their response. This wasn't pessimism, it was power. By confronting their fears in advance, they stripped those fears of their power. When the worst came, they were ready. Now ask yourself, what are you afraid of? What pain have you been running from? Instead of avoiding it, meet it head-on, observe it, question it, deconstruct it until it no longer has control over you. This is how you reclaim your mind. This is how you begin to act as if nothing hurts you. But this is just the first step. The real challenge lies in the emotions that pain awakens: anger, despair, fear. These emotions can either consume you or become tools for growth. The choice is yours. In the next chapter, we will dive deep into the Stoic art of emotional mastery and discover how to transform even the darkest feelings into unshakable strength. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because this journey is far from over and every step forward will make you stronger. Stay with me, because the transformation you seek is just beginning. Mastering the storm within. Imagine being in the eye of a storm. Around you, the winds rage, lightning strikes, and chaos reigns. Most people would panic, desperate to escape. But the Stoic stands firm, not because the storm isn't real, but because they know it cannot touch their core. This is the essence of emotional mastery, a cornerstone of Stoicism. To act as if nothing hurts you, you must first conquer the storm within, the whirlwind of emotions that arises in the face of adversity. Emotions, like storms, are temporary. Anger flares like a sudden gust of wind. Fear creeps in like the first rumble of thunder. Despair rains down heavily, threatening to drown you in its flood. But here's the truth. Emotions are not your enemy. They are signals, messengers alerting you to something deeper within yourself. A true Stoic does not suppress emotions or pretend they don't exist. Instead, they observe them, question them, and channel them into constructive action. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher who endured exile and political turmoil, once wrote, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself." In this way, emotions are opportunities. Anger, for instance, can reveal where you feel powerless. Fear shows you where your limits lie. When you understand this, emotions lose their ability to control you. But emotional mastery doesn't happen by chance. It requires deliberate practice and unrelenting self-awareness. Start with a moment of pause. When you feel anger, jealousy, or despair rising within you, stop and breathe. Do not act. Do not speak. In this pause lies your power. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You must keep control over your mind. It's not external events that disturb you, but your judgment of them." This pause is not avoidance. It is preparation. In that stillness, you can dissect your emotions. Ask yourself, why do I feel this way? Is this emotion based on reality, or is it the product of my assumptions and fears? By stepping outside your emotions and analyzing them, you rob them of their destructive power. They no longer dictate your actions. Instead, they become tools for understanding yourself and your environment. The final step in mastering your emotions is transformation. Emotions like anger and fear contain immense energy. A Stoic harnesses this energy rather than letting it go to waste. Anger can fuel resolve, fear can inspire preparation, and despair can be the seed of resilience. Picture a blacksmith forging a sword. The raw material is unshaped, chaotic, and seemingly without purpose. But with heat and pressure, it is transformed into something powerful, purposeful, and sharp. Your emotions are the raw material, and your discipline is the forge. This is the alchemy of the Stoic mind, turning what could destroy you into what makes you invincible. Emotional mastery is not about being unfeeling or detached. It's about understanding that you are not your emotions. You are the observer, the architect, the one who decides how to respond. And when you master this skill, you become like the eye of the storm, calm, centered, untouchable. But the journey doesn't end here. The world will continue to test you with challenges designed to break you. How you rise above them, how you turn obstacles into stepping stones, is the next piece of this transformation. Stay with me, because in the next chapter, We'll uncover how to build an unshakable inner fortress that no storm, no failure, and no betrayal can breach. And if you're ready to continue this journey, subscribe to this channel now. This is where strength begins. Building the inner fortress. To become untouchable, you must construct an inner fortress, a sanctuary of the mind that no external force can breach. This fortress is not made of stone or steel. It is built with discipline, self-awareness, and unwavering commitment to your principles. But how do you begin? The answer lies in the wisdom of the Stoics, who understood that strength is not given. It is forged through deliberate practice and relentless self-reflection. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who ruled one of the most chaotic periods in history, often referred to his mind as a citadel. He wrote, "The mind that is free from passions is an impregnable fortress. A man has no stronger place to retreat." This concept is not poetic abstraction, it is a battle plan. To fortify your mind, you must first recognize its weaknesses. Start with self-awareness. Observe your reactions to life's adversities. When you feel anger, fear, or despair, ask yourself, where is this coming from? Is it rooted in reality, or is it a product of my imagination? This act of introspection is like identifying the cracks in your fortress walls. Only by knowing where you are vulnerable can you begin to strengthen your defenses. The second step is discipline. A fortress is only as strong as the vigilance of its guards. In the same way, your mind is only as resilient as the habits you cultivate. This is where the Stoic practice of daily reflection becomes invaluable. Each evening, take time to review your day. What did you face? How did you respond? What could you have done differently? Seneca, the great Stoic philosopher, emphasized this practice, saying, "We must examine our actions and thoughts daily, for this is the way to mastery." This habit trains your mind to become self-sufficient, to rely not on the fleeting comfort of external validation, but on the enduring strength of your own judgment. Over time, this practice becomes second nature, and your fortress grows stronger with each passing day. Finally, you must prepare for the inevitable battles that life will throw at you. This is where the Stoic technique of premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of adversity, becomes crucial. Close your eyes and visualize the worst that could happen: failure, loss, betrayal. Feel the weight of it, the sting of it, as if it were happening right now. Then ask yourself, could I endure this? What would I do? This exercise is not about dwelling on negativity, it is about inoculating yourself against fear. When the worst comes, it will not catch you unprepared. You will stand, unshaken, because you have faced it before, in the safety of your mind. This is how you build the inner fortress. It is not built in a day, nor is it ever complete. But with every brick of discipline, every stone of self-awareness, and every act of courage, you become less vulnerable to the chaos of the world. And as you grow stronger, something remarkable happens. People begin to notice. They see your calm in the storm, your strength in the face of adversity, and they are drawn to it. This is your power, and it is unassailable. By now you have glimpsed the power of acting as if nothing hurts you. You have seen how the Stoics turned pain into power, fear into courage, and chaos into calm. This is your path now. You have the tools, the wisdom, and the strength to master your mind and transform your life. But this is not the end. It is only the beginning. If this resonated with you, subscribe to this channel. The next video will take you even deeper into the heart of Stoicism, revealing the secrets of how to build unshakable confidence and command respect from anyone. Together, we will continue this journey of becoming untouchable. Remember, the storm may rage, but you are the eye of the storm. Act as if nothing hurts you, and nothing ever will.